Hi, this is David McCann for Elementor 360. Welcome to another 360 review. Have you been looking at Elementor add-on packs and found yourself saying, not another flip box? Every add-on pack has something unique, but after a while you start to see a lot of overlap between them. With the Crocoblock suite, on the other hand, you have a lot of tools for creating a wide range of attractive, engaging, and fully functional websites using Elementor. In this video, I want to take a look at the Crocoblock suite, at what it is, its good features, and its drawbacks. Let's get started. Taking a look at their website, we see that the Crocoblock suite includes 15 plugins, which altogether adds up to 150 widgets, 46 templates, 64 pop-up templates, and a large number of pre-designed headers, footers, sections, and single templates and archive templates to get your design started. The suite also includes the Kava theme. Let's take a look at the list of plugins. There's blocks, theme core, tricks, reviews, tabs, menu, Woo Builder, Smart Filter pop-up, product gallery, compare and wishlist, search, blog, engine, and elements. Crocoblock has separated the functionality out into separate plugins so that you only need to install the ones you need for a particular project. While there are 15 of them, it's possible to divide them into a few groups. The first set of functionality is related to theming. If we take a look at their pre-designed template packages, these are the 46 templates that come with the suite. So we'll just pick one and go take a look. And you can see there are a number of different categories here in kind of a magazine type of template. Here, for example, is the archive page designed for the basketball category. Here's the one for the rugby. For extreme, you can see they're all a little bit different. For football. And then if we go and take a look at one, we see that this is the single for football, and these are different for the different categories. So there's quite a bit of variation and styling done in these template sets. I'm here on a test site. I have the Kava theme installed. So I have the Jet Theme Core plugin installed, which gives me this interface, and I have an installation wizard plugin installed, which we can move the wizard later after we do the install if we want to. And if we go look at the skins, these are the pre-designed sites that we were just looking at. And here's the Sportins template that we were just looking at. Another thing we get with the Jet Theme Core is this quote-unquote magic button, which gives us access to the Crocoblock library. These are pre-designed pages. We have pre-designed headers, footers, sections, archives, and the single. Now when you hover over any of these, you have the option to clone it to your library, put it in this area, or to insert it into the page or template you're working on. So it's quite a bit of pre-designed content that you get. The last thing that Jet Theme Core gives you is this library menu here. And this is like the theme builder in Elementor Pro. You can see we have footer and header. I've created a custom post type called books, and we have a single and an archive for books. So this is the theme functionality that is very similar to Elementor Pro. Here, for example, you can select which template type you want to make. And then after you select it and you go in to create it, there's a place where you can set which post type you are assigning it to. So there are two other plugins that go with theming. One is Jet Blocks, which gives you the ability to add things like the site logo and the nav menu and search and whatnot to your header. And Jet Menu, which gives you a vertical menu and a mega menu. So if you want to use a mega menu in your header, for example, instead. So those are the theming plugins that come with Crocoblock. The second grouping are plugins, widgets for content. The main one is Jet Elements. I've put the widget list together here, and you can see that these are very similar to widgets that you would find in any add-on pack, like for example a posts portfolio, a button, timer, a table, team member, image comparison, so on. Continuing in the content category, Crocoblock has a pop-up builder. You can see they have widgets for different types of pop-ups that you might want to use. They also have some pre-designed pop-ups that you can use if you want to start with that. These are the types of triggers they support. This is another Elementor Pro feature that they have added here. I think the Elementor Pro feature is more extensive, one reason being that they have support for many more integrations. Crocoblock just integrates with MailChimp. Jet Reviews gives you a review widget, and you can use it for custom post types or posts. What it does is it gives you several meta boxes on your post edit screens. You need to fill this out, and then you can use the widget to display it. You can display either the post content, like the post meta, so that if you're using it, for example, on a single template, you can show the review information for each post, or you can manually enter the review information when creating the Elementor page. It has several different ways that you can show the review output. You can do it as points, as stars, or as percents. It has the ability also for logged in users to leave a review on the front end. However, I didn't see any way for anonymous users to, for example, leave a star rating. And because the review functionality can be entered onto the post edit screen, it would be nice if they included a shortcode so that you could use the reviews outside of Elementor if, for example, you were using the theme layout for your page. Another content plugin is Jet Blog. It lets you use custom WP query, works with custom post types as well as regular posts, and lets you create archive output. For example, a video playlist or post listing tiles. There's a text ticker, and then there's post navigation and post pagination. So you might use this with the theming feature or just with your custom post types. The Jet Tabs plugin gives you tabs and accordions and content switcher so that you can organize content times when you want to conserve screen real estate. The last plugin that I've put into the content category is Jet Tricks. It gives you the option for sticky columns, particles, tooltips, hotspots, and things like parallax effects. Jet Engine is one of the plugins that really makes the Crocoblock suite stand out because it provides functionality that's not included in any other Elementor add-on, or for that matter, in any other page builder. It gives you the ability to create custom post types and custom fields. This means that you don't have to resort to third-party solutions like advanced custom fields. Jet Engine is a pretty sophisticated option and includes features like relationships between post types. In addition to these backend features, you also get dynamic widgets for specially targeting custom post types and custom fields. Here are some examples of the dynamic widgets that you can use. And here's the backend Jet Engine plugin admin screens. You can see you can import and export the quote-unquote skins that you create for layouts. Listings is what you create for your archives. It's part of the archive template creation process. Post types, taxonomies. Meta boxes is where you add the custom fields, and then there's the option for post relationships. Crocoblock has very good documentation, but this is really a tool for power users who need to go beyond just the default WordPress post types. People who are using Jet Engine should be prepared to dig into the documentation and watch YouTube videos and whatnot. Now, Jet Engine works with some of the other Crocoblock plugins, for example, Jet Blog for doing archive layouts, the search and smart filter search. Also work with the Jet Engine's custom post types. And many of the widgets in the Jet Elements plugin support dynamic data, which means you can pull in data from the custom post types and custom fields. Final content category are the plugins targeting WooCommerce. And the big one is Jet Woo Builder, which has a huge number, 40 widgets included in that plugin. and they provide the ability to create templates for WooCommerce as well as to create individual pages. For example, product grids and listings, single excerpt, single image, single meta, product loop, product navigation for your shop, add to cart, upsells, and so on. Another of the plugins targeting WooCommerce is the Jet Product Gallery plugin that gives you some options for displaying products in a gallery, and the Jet Compare Wishlist plugin, which gives you widgets for creating a WooCommerce wish list and for product comparisons. One of the other plugins that works real well with WooCommerce is the Jet Smart Filters, because you can use it to filter product categories. Those are the plugins. I should also mention that the Crocoblock suite comes with the Kava theme. It has a pretty generous number of customizer options. For example, these are the general site settings, color settings, a color scheme, which is nice, typography settings, header styles, footer, and blog settings. In terms of user feedback, support for Crocoblock seems really good. They have an active Facebook group with more than 3,400 members, and company representatives are often in Facebook helping to field questions. And I think that's really nice. Ticketed support seems like it's about one business day, and they do have online chat, which is available some hours. So if you hit the chat widget when they are online, then it can be a quick way to get help. Other user feedback: the Crocoblock suite is a power tool, and some parts of it are pretty complex. I see a lot of the questions that users ask are because they are using things like custom post types or WooCommerce, and these are the more complicated areas of WordPress. Also, in the past, I've seen that sometimes an Elementor or a Crocoblock suite update might cause some issues with people's sites. This seems to have gotten a lot better over time, but as with all Elementor add-ins, it seems it's a good idea to be cautious when updating and try it out first on a testing site or wait a few days and see what the feedback is in online forums. Another bit of feedback is that a couple of the plugins are not as full-featured as you might expect from a dedicated plugin. For example, there's a Jet Bookings plugin, which lets you provide booking for reservations for accommodations. It's not a full-featured bookings plugin. It's very focused on just that one niche. Who is Crocoblock for? Well, it's not for everyone. Some people have simple sites and don't need custom post types or WooCommerce. Having too many plugins is more complexity than they need. Also, some people who do need custom post types or a WooCommerce store already have a dedicated solution that they prefer, and sometimes those dedicated tools handle more advanced usage, take care of edge cases, and also work outside of Elementor, so that you're not tying things like your custom post type display just to Elementor only. However, over time, I've seen Elementor freelancers and power users and agencies using Crocoblock more and more because they're getting projects that need the features, and it's easier and less expensive to get them all in one package. Once in a while, I'll see a user who asks if they can use Crocoblock instead of Elementor Pro because some of the features overlap. While you can do that, especially for things like creating theme templates, Elementor Pro has features and continues to add new ones that Crocoblock doesn't replicate. And most serious professionals I've seen use both Crocoblock and Elementor Pro, although I suppose if you were starting out, you could start with one and then add the other later. As you can see from this review, the Crocoblock suite brings a large number of features to the Elementor building experience. Across all the plugins, the functionality includes content display, theme building, creating and using custom post types, search filtering, and WooCommerce customization. The team behind Crocoblock continues to add new features and new plugins, and there isn't another Elementor add-on package that comes even close to Crocoblock in functionality. So this is the review of the Crocoblock suite. I hope you found it useful.